Hey guys, here's attempt number 7 at remaking this video because people keep calling me, or my camera decides that, oh, I just don't want to record anymore, so it shuts off in the middle of a recording. So I'm going to try to make this really quick, and as you can see, I've changed the ratio of the picture so that it will allow for more recording space. I think I need to go through and delete some stuff. So anyway, this one is to the civilians. I don't like the term. I respect the military. Anybody that's not been in the military is a civilian. But that's the term also used in the trucking industry to refer to people who are non-truck drivers. You know, the term's used a lot. Mafia uses it for people who are not in the mafia. And no, I'm not comparing to truckers to mafia members in any way. Alright, so that takes care of the first one. Got a list here. So that's what civilians are. And again, don't like it, but you know, it's been a long-standing term used, so there it is. Four-wheelers. A semi is known as an 18-wheeler. A car is known as a four-wheeler. So that one's should be self-explanatory, but I get asked that a lot. And it's just simpler, right? You got a four-wheeler speeding by on your right-hand side. Watch out for them. You know, it's a cultural thing. Slow up hills. Why do we go slow up hills? And these are things that I've been asked and that I've heard asked. This is not just a list of stuff that should be very self-explanatory. A little bit of common sense goes a long way, and I'm just throwing it out there. No, these are actually things that I have been asked. So, why do we go slow up hills? It's a horsepower to weight ratio issue. I've got 455 horsepower, and typically I'm about 70,000 pounds, 60 to 70,000. Sometimes I'm at limit at 80,000 pounds, and you know that's why in a car now you've got 100 horsepower, anywhere on up to 1,000 in really souped up cars, but it's not uncommon at all to see a car with 400 or 500 horsepower out there, and it only weighs 3,000 pounds, 4,000 pounds. So you've got a lot more muscle. Because of the ratio factor to torque you up the hills and maintain that speed. So again, should be common sense, but yeah. Why do we hang out in the second lane through big cities? It's because, and I touched on this in another video, but that one's simple. Safety. People are coming and going off of the interstate, and we want to provide room for them to come and go. If the highway system was developed truly for safety in the correct way, the truck lane would be the far lane to the left through big cities. But instead, we are not allowed to be in that lane, and we should be. We should have the two lanes all the way to the left, because we're not getting on and off the interstate. You know, we're over there doing our thing, and our speed is reduced. You know, we may have to go 55 through a big city when the speed limit is 65 or 70. So it makes no sense with cars buzzing in and off the interstate for us to have to be right there in the middle of it. We're too big, and people just won't let us over. They don't play nice with big trucks. If I put my turn signal on, that is a guarantee that the car that is behind me, giving me plenty of room to get over, is all of a sudden going to hit their gas and get past me, because they don't want to be behind a big truck. And it's stupid, but that's the way it is. Because 5 miles down the road, they'll slow back down once we're out of the city, and then they'll ride right on the bumper of my trailer for 50 miles right behind me. It makes no sense at all, but anyway, governed. most big companies, they will govern their trucks. I was talking to an owner-operator the other day that had his truck governed at 75 just to help prevent him from speeding too much, and he did that to be safe. My truck's governed at 63, so that's as fast as I get unless I'm pretty heavy going down a hill, and then it's going to push me a little bit faster than that. So that's why if the speed limit's 70, well, we're only doing 63, 65. Some companies are at 61 now. That's why. Texting while driving, for us it's a $2,750 fine if we touch our phone more than once. If a cop is beside us and sees us reach over and touch our phone and then immediately touch it again, they're going to pull us over, they're going to write us a ticket, and we're going to get fired. Chances are, because our companies do not tolerate it. We have to pay the ticket. Like I said, $2,750, and that is against the law in every state in the continental U.S. to text and drive. It's also against the law to actually hold your phone and talk on it. It's got to be a hands-free device, a one-touch hands-free device. Which is funny because I see cops riding around talking on their cell phones, holding them up all the time, but they'll write you a ticket for it. Stopping. Hey, it takes us, a football field to 3 football fields to stop. That's one reason why we're going to blow the air horn when you get right in front of us to slam on the brakes. It's a heck of a lot easier for you to stop than it is for us. And again, these things should be common sense. And it is kind of frustrating for me personally to talk about some of this stuff, because as soon as I do, sorry, something floating around in the air. As soon as I do, it starts bringing up, yesterday when I was driving, I say yesterday, I'm sitting at a truck stop all day today, waiting for a load, relay load to be delivered here so I can take it on to where it's going. But anyway, passing on the right hand side. Is it true that you guys can't see that side? Well, we've got these little cheater mirrors now that are mounted to our hoods, and they help us. We've got convex mirrors below our flat mirrors, right outside attached to the door, and they help us. But they only help. They don't guarantee that we can see. It's very difficult. There's a reason why a lot of trailers have big signs on them. Do not pass on the right hand side. I cannot see you. If you cannot see my mirrors, I cannot see you. And that's true. People will ride right up on us because they think they get better gas mileage or whatever the case may be. We could shred a tire. The tire could go right through your windshield. All kinds of bad things will happen. Back off. Stay back for your safety. And that's really why I'm frustrated with it, is because people do these stupid, idiotic things because they either don't know, they don't care, or they think they're invincible. And the one guarantee in life is that we're going to lose it one day. We are all going to die. So, and I don't want to be driving the truck that has a blowout that causes somebody to lose their life because they were too close. And even though it's their fault, it's still not going to leave me with a warm, fuzzy feeling. So, civilians, again, don't like the term, but that's the term that you're given. Put down your cell phones. Don't pass us on the right-hand side. Don't ride up on us. Don't pull over in front of us and slam on your brakes. Let's just all get along out there. It's a big road, and that's what we call it, out there on the big road. use some common sense. I know it's not that common, but dig way deep down inside and find a little of it. Your life, my life, somebody's son or daughter, niece or nephew, best friend, their life could depend on it. And a lot of people are dead every year because of stupidity. So, this is not my typical video. Typically, I'm all about the facts and get that information out there, and I usually don't have much of an attitude when it comes to it, other than just it's factual. This one, this is a subject that kind of ticks me off a little bit, because it's just dumb. It's things that people have control over, and they choose to do the stupidest thing possible. So, yes, I'm talking to you. Don't be stupid. Be safe. Put down the cell phone. If you have to talk on the phone, make sure you're wearing a headset. I've got a Bluetooth. The only reason why I've got this in right now is because the truck's running, and this will record through the mic and do a better job than just the mic on the camera. But even at that, remember that studies have shown that talking while driving takes control. Carrying on a conversation takes control of the majority of your cognitive abilities. So if there's a demand between your cognitive resources, being that something happens while you're driving and you're in a conversation, it's going to delay your reaction time by milliseconds or by several seconds. It depends who you are, how much sleep you've had, how your diet is, how healthy you are, what kind of medications you are on, if you've got a toothache or not. If you're thinking about, if you're having a conversation about, something good, something bad, those mundane, boring conversations are actually the best ones that you can have, because you're going to put less focus on it. So, anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. Thankfully, I was able to finish it, and pass this along. Share this video. Comment below. Other drivers, if you have some pet peeves, share them below. Send me messages. Share them on the Facebook page. But pass this along. Get people to understand that a lot of the accidents that take place don't have to happen, and truck drivers are not to blame. I just saw a study done where only 10% of all accidents that occurred over the past 10 years, only 10% of them involved a commercial driver. And out of that, only 3% of the 10%, 3% out of so you take the 10%, and that's now your 100%. Only 3% the commercial driver was at fault. So 97% of that 3% or 10% of the accidents was a commercial driver, a professional driver, a trucker at fault. We're not the ones to blame. We are the professionals, and I'm not trying to be preachy, not trying to say, you need to do this. But at the same time, yeah, you do. And I'm at fault too. When I get in my personal vehicle, I go a little bit faster. I've been known to weave in and out of traffic, and that was really because I was ignorant to the situation. I didn't realize what it could do. I mean, sometimes the wind shear off vehicles passing us can push us a little bit, and things of that nature. So anyway, that's it. Y'all be safe out there. Doesn't matter if you're in a big truck, if you're in a four-wheeler, what the case may be. And I will catch you in the next one. And the next one is going to be happy and fun and enjoyable. So that's it for me.